Oh, hi, it is me again. Just like I said in part one, I will do this on, yeah, and today I am doing it. For the sake of what sake? Yeah, so I'm on the app, if you can clearly see by the thing. I choose dark mode, but there's always a light mode which will blind my eyes. Trust me, I have that instant before with the sun. Yeah. Also, there's group chats, but I won't show it to you because it's personal for me. Okay, let's start this conversation. Okay, so I'm now free to just roam around, but still I am not using the computer, so this is the best bet you're gonna get. Sorry. So let's start this. Kirby was flying around on a star, relaxing and smiling brightly. He looked down at the view of Dreamland. That D was supposed to be capitalized, but okay. Riding on the star until he spotted me. He landed softly in front of me onto the ground and jumped off of the warp star. Hello. You look new. You look new around here. Wait a minute. Are you a human? Bio! Help me. I can't. So let me summarize this. Kirby was nice to meet me. He jumps around excitedly. We already know his name. He likes to be people. I don't know. Does the Kirby anime call him the pink puffball? Yes. We know in the Kirby games he inhales enemies with you know what. Damn Kirby Dreamland. Kirby's Return to Dreamland and the Forgotten Land. What even happened? Okay, I'm just stalling here. Now I'm gonna make this intense, so just bear with me. You know what? Let me just change up the story. Okay, these. So yeah, you can roleplay in this app. Just don't get any ideas. And yes, you can start another one by pressing the reload button that is now turned into an arrow. Yeah. Damn, I'm so tired. I didn't. Hold on. I just need to do something. Hi, I'm back, feeling a little bit energized, and I'm gonna start this. So, to summarize what I'm trying to do here, I'm disguising as a Waddle Dee that I recruited other Waddle Dees that came from DDD all the way to the suburbs of an alleyway of Cappytown. You know, from the Kirby anime series. Why is it called anime? I have no idea. I thought it was just an animation show. I guess it's from Japan. Nintendo really needs to step up the game. I mean, that series, I think it's fantastic to me, to be honest. Kirby looks puzzled. Is something wrong? Wait a minute. Are you? No! We're not addressing me to an actual prince, dummy. stop spelling town wrong. How does Kirby already know who I am? We haven't even met yet. Wait a minute, something's not right. Come on, I know you from somewhere. So yeah, it's a disguise. Get along with the times, eh? No, ignore that. I'm not gonna speak to this because, well, I want you to read it, so. Or if you want me to read it, I guess that's fine. Kirby follows, growing increasingly more suspicious and curious. Flies into the alleyway past the guards and get no. I know the loading takes long. Ow, I think I hurt my toe. So, this chat is very different to group chat. In this chat, you're just talking to one AI. But in group chat, you're talking to multiple if you decide to add way more. So, yeah. I mean, the message doesn't generate quickly, you just have to pick a character. But if you reload the message, you can't send it back, so you gotta pick your message wisely before changing it in group. Otherwise, say farewell. Mm, mm. So, if you don't get the story yet, you just need to find out, okay? I swear I heard a door opened. I just heard like a creaky noise. Should be nothing. What was that? Manager. Oh, my eye is starting to hurt. Okay, I might cut this one short because, well, my eyes definitely hurt much. Ah, my body. Now, what did I call that Waddle Dee last time? Oh yeah, Shady Waddle Dee, because he got that shady hat and all that stuff. I think he had a coat too. They. I mean, Waddle Dees don't have a gender, so I just call him they them. Same thing what I've did with Yoshi. But I won't question that. I only question who I want to question. Okay, stop sounding suspicious and start actually relaxing your brain. Because this is getting too out of hand. Ugh. Oh, and I forgot to. Mm, okay, don't try this at home or literally anywhere. Don't try and be a robber. This is just fiction. I'm trying to roleplay here, and since Roblox do not want to work with me, this is the only thing I get to do. And well, yeah. Let me read this before I send it. I took off the disguise and revealed myself to the Waddle Dees. They seemed to help me get the disguise off. Finally, fresh air. Thanks. The Waddle Dees, Waddle Dee nodded. Dees, and helped me open the gate door to some shop from inside the alleyway. I approached the Waddle Dee, who had a shady hat and coat. I don't remember, that was a few days, months ago. Alright, Shady Waddle Dee, here's the goods. Shady Waddle Dee nods and give me the funds. I walk back to the woods to my built-up shed that I'd call my house and put the money in the bag. In a bag. Now, time for another round of stealing. I'm gonna make a note here, even though this is fake. Do not try, not try this at home. We're changing the message again because I'm the one who gets to choose. So, if you want the full story, um, I made this RP a little while longer, well, a few months ago. But I don't want to show it because that's way too long. Basically, um, I came here, wanted the Wallabies to have their freedom out of King Dedede's grasp, so I gathered them, bring them to Cappy Town, which I discovered, and try and find an alleyway that's big to build a pawn shop. You heard me right, a pawn shop. But I changed it up a little bit. Instead of just whatever stuff they do in real life, I, well, I give them all of these goods and resources and anything, you know, just until they have all of the materials ready to set forth to an island, I guess, or somewhere with a bunch of land of their own, claim it, and they have their freedom. I mean, it's basically like the Forgotten Land, but it's much larger and more complex than earlier. I mean, instead of all of these trapped, uh, it just sort of goes along the way of my land. So yeah, Planet Pop Star is not going well. So if they have enough resources for all of these, and I get my funds because, well, I'm gonna buy stuff, but or just smelt it and make me build a rocket out of them so that I can take my resources of my own and escape this world, or live with the Waldo D's in exchange for money, or just gamble for a little bit, see what I get. I don't know. I don't know what I'm planning to do with the money. It's a work in progress. Addies. Diff. What do they call these Waldo Davis spears again? I forgot the I forgot their name. Uh, okay, that plane is really starting to get annoying. Annoying plane in the background. Yeah, we just. I'm not correcting that. Shady Waldo D. Shady Water D commands the Water Ds to scatter around town and gather many resources by stealing and bring them back here. The Waddle Dees all agreed and took out their thief bags and spears uh, and run to around town, collecting materials and resources for them. Kirby is shocked to see Waddle Dees stealing and getting away with it, but he remains calm and just watches as they fly around them. Wait a minute, these are Waddle Dees I've seen in town. Why are they stealing? Beyond, behind. So I'm planning to change this RP that I made a few months ago. So yeah, I'm not reading the rest of this part because it's too short. I want to read long parts. That shady part needs to be capitalized because it's a name, not the operation is not. Especially, no, that's not his name. ESPN. What? By a 1 ton. We don't know. But some human is gathering all of our Water Ds to that shady alleyway that's guarded by a ton of Water D guards that have spears as weapons. Kirby looks over at the alleyway that's guarded by lots of Water D guards and sighs. So that alleyway is where those thieves are coming from. We gotta stop them before they steal more stuff. How are we gonna get those past those guards? Is geeking. What? That's why we need the king to help. Those Ds stole the abilities that you inhale for some resources. So, I bet it's the king. Kirby nods and looks back at the alleyway. Okay then, how will we ever get the king's attention? Sawyer, we have more issues. We found out that these are. We found out that these hiding place. It's a more issues. Was it this time? Do I even want to know? Ah, come on, I messed up. That's yeah. Okay. First of all, I'm still trying to do stuff. Second of all, I will post this. This is a part two, so yeah, I have disguises for literally every character. So yeah, I didn't plan that out well. That Waddle Dee disguise, I changed it so quickly that I didn't even get to read. Yeah, this story is just getting out of hand. So yes, and no, we are not. We're not diverting paths. We're sticking to the original, just slightly altered. So yeah, the Ing King Kong. What? No, we're not dealing with a real person. That filler, Phil. Okay, okay, calm down. Later, chubs. That sounds familiar from Job Simulator. I ran off to the entrance along with King Diddy. King Diddy's hammer. Kirby tries to fly away, but hold on, let me read this first. I took off. No! I took off the disguise when I and all of these approached the pawn shop alleyway, and a ton of Waddle Dee guards were sent out to capture Kirby. Kirby tries to fly away, but he is outnumbered by the Waddle Dee guards. The Waddle Dees all charge towards him and jump up and try to catch him. Kirby dodges and weaves around them, but eventually becomes trapped in the corner. He tries to fly over them, but is quickly surrounded by the Waddle Dee guards. The Waddle Dees start circling him from every direction, and some of them have spears that are aiming at Kirby, so there was no escape until Kirby complies. Couples. It is surprisingly quiet from where I am. Also, why is my feet cold? Sorry to bring that up. That's off topic. 32 minutes in! Kirby stares at the water D's in fear and frustration. He's surrounded on all sides by the guards with their spears, almost directly at him. He can feel the sharp ends of the spear get closer and closer to him, ready to impale him if he makes one more move. There is no escape for Kirby unless he complies. Disgusting. Guys! I put a disguise on a coat rack and sit down on a chair. Some Waddle Dees help me relax while the shady Waddle Dee grabs the keys to use the bathroom. Begins to feel very scared and overwhelmed by the numerous Waddle Dees surrounding him. They keep getting closer and closer with their spears aimed straight at him. Kirby decides that he must comply with their orders and reluctantly lowers himself down to the ground. He then allows himself to be surrounded by the guards on the ground. He feels very defeated and hopeless in the face of all these guards. The shady Waddle Dee. He is not. The shady Waddle Dee commands the guards to release Kirby, as he is not a threat if he doesn't attack alongside King Dedede and his right hand man as Cargoon. Kirby is relieved that the guards have released him. He jumps up to his feet and looks at the shady Waddle Dee nervously. He still feels uneasy and cautious in the presence of these guards, but he understands that he is not a threat as long as he doesn't attack or cause trouble. He looks over to the shady Waddle Dee and nods. Sears. We're not Spears. We're not addressing to the Sears store. Why am I referring to the Pearl Ridge Mall? What? The Waddle Deeg and formed the line to let Kirby go. As in straight line left, straight line right, person in the middle, and the shady Waddle Deeg is right in front of Kirby. Just a few blocks or miles over. Kirby takes a deep breath and is relieved that Walter D guards have lowered their spears and formed a line to let him go. He nods over to the sea Walter D and nods and thanks as he walks out of the alleyway. He sighs in relief and walks off away from the alleyway, wondering where this whole mess will lead next. Two Walter D guards patrol the way into the alleyway as well as the gate. Kirby sees two Walter D guards patrolling the alleyway and the gate. He thinks about trying to get past them and enter the alleyway, but decides against it. He does not he does not want to risk getting into conflict with King Dedede or Escargot again. Excuse me. Instead, he decides to head back to Dreamland. Let me emphasize. He decides to head back to his um dome, I guess. But he will try and find out more about the shadiness of this alleyway later. It was midnight, and there were terrors of yelling and screaming as the Waddle Dees continued to scavenge, steal, and collect more resources and materials for their pawn shop in the alleyway, as King Dedede and Escargoon are planning to begin to, cap- to capture the leader of the operation and attack the Waddle Dees, commanding to head back to Castle Dedede when their plan is done. Kirby couldn't handle it anymore and decides it's time to join alongside King Dedede, their nemesis. This is why I like to make it interesting for you people, and to myself. Kirby was so troubled by the ongoing situation that he decided he had no choice but to help and join in King Dedede's plan to capture the leader of the operation and attack the Waddle-Dees. He was determined to put an end to this shady alleyway and whatever evil crimes that were being committed there. After all, he is a good guy, and so he cannot allow crimes like this to go unpunished. He had no choice but to go stand with his nemesis and put aside his differences to bring peace and justice to Dreamland. And to At a Cappy Town. Whoa, whoa, oh, there we go. Had a little bit of lag there. At a Cappy Town. Kirby has decided to do everything in his power to stop the crimes and chaos from being Committed in both Dreamland and Cappytown, Kirby has decided that this is his fight to fight. He will not give up until the crime has been put to an end. Shady! Shady! Whoops. Shady Waldy was talking to one of the guards about their suspicion of King Dedede and Kirby. Shady Waldy was talking to one of the guards about their suspicion of King Dedede and Kirby. The Waldy guards were alerted and were on high alert and was patrolling the alleyway and cage very cautiously. Getting inside might be hard. Kirby flies over towards the shady alleyway and realizes that getting inside would be very difficult. The shady Waldy was talking to one of the guards about their suspicion of King Dedede and Kirby. The Waldy guards were alerted and were on high alert, patrolling the alleyway and gate very cautiously. It seemed like there was no way in without a good plan. Kirby decides he will have to think of a way to get past these guards and sneak in. King Dedede and Escargoon was falling behind. Corby! Kirby! As Kirby was their leader of the plan they made. As the leader. Okay, Grammarly. Whatever you say. Kirby leads the group towards the shady alleyway. He has a plan in his head, but he doesn't know how it will play out if it will work. He's determined to get into the shady alleyway and find out the truth. So he flies straight towards the Wallaby guards. He approaches a Wallaby guard and attempts to fly past them. 4. Fire! The guard notices the three of them and immediately calls in more guards. One of them has a cannon! They aim at the three of them as they put on alarms from the pawn shop and the cannons fire. Ooh, this is getting intense here. Again, this is midnight, so yeah, they might have been trolls sleeping. Guard suddenly calls in more guards, and one of them has a cannon. They aim in at the three of them as their alarms from pawn shops sound and the cannons fired. Kirby is taken by surprise in the suddenness of the attack, but he stands his ground and continues to fly forward the cannon. The arrows from the cannons almost hit him, but he manages to maneuver in time and avoid the projectiles. He looks back at King Dedede and Escargoon, who are both also dodging the cannon fires. I think this is it for today. I'm leaving it as a cliffhanger. Let's hope someone might be able to do this. Alright, see ya.